answer that question, I'll have to talk about IDC, that's the Identity Discovery Challenge. So I was at a stage in my life where I felt like I'd had enough of not achieving much. I wanted more from myself. So I just happened to be scrolling on Instagram and I came across Coach Tombra's page advertising IDC. So I joined IDC, and then Coach Tombra spoke to me about VGAP, and that was how I decided to join eventually. So VGAP has given me the push that I didn't realize I needed. VGAP has caused a mind shift to occur. VGAP has been a turning point in my life. I feel like VGAP has set me on a path. So VGAP has answered a lot of questions I had and set me on that path to, fulfilling purpose and living a fulfilled life. It was always like, when you have one module, you're like, this is my best module. And then you have the next one, you're like, oh my God, this is it. But I think it was module 3. Module 3 was the most difficult of all the modules for me, and it just forced me to sit down. It made me realize that I tend to run away from things when they're difficult, and I just had to make myself sit down and go through the workbook from module 3, and I think I would say that was the best for me. VGAP, I would say, is a life-changing investment. I say that because from VGAP you get things that would cause change for you now, as well as things that would, influence your future. I also have come to realize that VGAP influences my relationship with people around me. I have adapted things I've learned from VGAP into my relationship with my sister. I also feel that VGAP has made me be a better wife, be a better person in the first place, and I'm sure that it's making me be a better wife and be a better mom to my kids. So it's a blessing to not just me, but also by extension to people around me. For my voyage, I started a podcast on parenting. The angle I came from was that I'm a medical practitioner who has had experience with children. I'm also married, and we plan to have children, at some point in the future. So it was for me an opportunity to share my experience and also share my learnings as I prepare for, the parenting journey, and it's been a beautiful experience. VGAP is such that, you think that I'm coming to VGAP just to answer one question, what am I supposed to do? But VGAP puts you in that position where you just keep doing more. You don't just stop at that one thing that you think is the answer. You just keep doing more. So yeah, I believe there's more to come. Obviously, I'm a podcast host and I tend to do more. So just basically watch out for me. Yeah. So I'm grateful to God for orchestrating this, for orchestrating my meeting with Coach Tombra. I'm grateful to Coach Tombra herself for answering God's call on her life and giving herself. She literally gave herself to us, poured out herself to us, and it wasn't just about VGAP. We have a community where loads of resources are available. Like, take for instance myself starting a podcast. There was a separate course on starting your podcast, things you need to put in place, things you need to do, and it wasn't just about podcasting alone. There were other resources about starting your YouTube channel, writing a book, loads of resources available to you as a VGAPer. Then being in the community, I'm just really grateful to Coach Tombra for who she is, and she's not just showing you the way, just maybe theoretically. She's doing it herself. You can see that she's doing it herself, putting in the work herself, and I feel that she's someone to emulate, and I really thank God for her life. I'm grateful for the lives of my fellow VGAPers as well. It's been a privilege meeting them and getting to learn from them, getting to share their experiences. And for the team that has put this retreat together, thank you so much. Super grateful.
I, first of all, got to meet Coach Tombra Nwoswagu on Instagram during, I happened to stumble on one of her adverts about the IDC, which is called the Identity Discovery Challenge. That is usually a free challenge, 5-day challenge that she does offer. So I got onto it, and that was how I met her. And then at the end of the challenge, she introduced me to VGAP. Well, for me, VGAP is a divine blessing, as I would love to put it. And that's because on my growth journey, I've been looking for this one coach who would hold me by the hand and guide me to fulfill my purpose, which is to help women to rise above their limitations and emerge into the best versions of themselves to fulfill God's purpose for their lives. So getting onto VGAP, the curriculum of VGAP is just simply amazing. I've never seen a thing like that before. It has this, what I say, the metaphor of it is more like a voyage, where you talk about the different things that is involved in being able to voyage a ship. And in it, she was able to apply this in the different modules as it affects my life as a woman. And I believe it has affected the life of other women who are on the team together in this cohort. During VGAP, we had different live sessions. And with these courses or the modules, there were different workbooks. And these workbooks, at the end of each live session, we were made to go back and then fill in the workbooks. And for me, the workbooks they were so deep. They helped me to unearth certain things about myself. They helped me to, travel wide in my imaginations and visualize the woman that I can become. God helping me to fulfill His purpose for my life. So it's such an empowering program that I will encourage any woman who wants to fulfill God's purpose for her life to embark on. It will be the best gift that you would ever give yourself as a woman. Because for me, there's no going back. VGAP has activated me. It didn't leave me there. It has empowered me and helped me to aspire more, to conquer the world and liberate even more women. My voyage is writing a book. And just as my vision statement is, my book is about identifying the limitations that are very common amongst women. I would say low self-esteem, to be precise, is what my book covers. I extended it to talk about all the self-limiting beliefs and all other issues that can affect women and hold us back. And what my book, which is what I voyage as well, is helping women or teaching women how they can overcome this limitation and emerge into the best versions of themselves. The future looks crystal clear. The experience of VGAP has given me laser focus. I know where I'm going. I don't just know where I'm going. I believe VGAP has handed me with the tools, the skills, and the strategies that I need to get to this place where I'm going. And where am I going? I'm going to a place where I see the world full of women who have been able to discover themselves, who are no longer afraid, who are breaking free of the shackles of low self-esteem, who are breaking free of the shackles of unbelief in themselves, who are breaking free from negative childhood experiences and the patterns that it has created in their lives. And they are beginning to support each other to grow and make the world a better place. I want to say thank you to God, because I believe He's the one who orchestrated my meeting with Coach Tombra. You could be on social media just scrolling through and never finding something valuable, but I'm grateful that I was scrolling on that day and I was blessed with her. She's in my life to stay. So my relationship with Coach Tombra, by the grace of God, is for a lifetime. VGAP for me is ongoing. There's no end to it as far as I'm concerned, because it's so deep, it's so wide. There's no limit to the opportunities that abound in VGAP. So I want to say thank you to Coach Tombra as well on this note. I want to say thank you to all my cohort members. We were all checking up on each other. Even when I had my own setback last month, they were all there. Even before we met each other, we built a sisterhood relationship. It's such a mindful connection, I would say, which has empowered us all to do great things in the future. And to round it up, I want to say to anyone watching this video, what are you waiting for? Now you have heard about VGAP. Don't think about it. You know what they say about analysis paralysis. Don't overanalyze things. Get onto it, and you'll be thankful that you did.
I learned about VGAP through an Instagram post that I was just basically scrolling through my phone, and I saw the post, the Instagram post, where Tumblr was basically, what stood out for me was when she said, "You're meant for more." And oh my God, that did it. That was the turning point, because I was like in flood of tears. It has been a rewarding experience in terms of the awareness that it has brought about, in my life. It's just like it was the missing pieces. So it's like the secret sauce. Because it's all. I've found out who I am actually, and those were the questions that I've asked for a number of years. Who am I? I just wanted to know, who am I? What am I here for? What is, just for me, my existence, basically. The rock module, because I'm currently living I've lived for so long under the rock of survival. And oh my God, this was the one that stood out for me most. And I'm still working at taking myself from the rock of survival, from under the rock. Again, the awareness, as I've highlighted, and it has empowered me in the sense that, for me, again, I've always wanted more. I knew there was more. However, Tonbra, she's pushed me. She's given me that kicking as well. For my voyage, it was a book. I decided to write a book. I see myself, honestly, I see myself launching my book. I have always thought about, during our conversation with Tonbra, I mentioned a podcast because I believe in holistic healing, because I believe in healing the whole person. So I'd like to do something like that.
I came across Tombra's Instagram advert, although my sister was already a follower, so she had spoken about her, but coincidentally that same week I came across an Instagram advert and I was immediately hooked. It has been exhilarating, eye-opening, and it has given me a voice in areas of my life that I haven't had a voice for a while. So I'm grateful for that. Definitely the anchors module. I think sometimes you think you are doing okay, but as you go deeper into the module, you find that there are a lot of things that may have been holding you back that you may not have considered as
stumbling blocks or, or an anchor. So definitely the anchors module was painful to go through, but much needed. It has transformed my life in that, aside from ministry, where I've always had a powerful voice, it's given me a voice in my own personal life, and given me a voice to deal with some things that I may not have been comfortable to deal with. It's given me a level of boldness, and it has opened my eyes to the fact that you can have healthy boundaries, and that doesn't make you a bad person. You can't always be responsible for everyone else's issues in life, and that's okay. So that's taken away a lot of load that I was giving myself, which was unnecessary. Book. So I am writing prayer manual / devotional, and that's what I was doing for my voyage. So very soon, keep an eye out for it. So excited. Well, I would like to thank God Almighty for bringing Tombra our way and for endowing her with such strength and resilience, which we are all beneficiaries of. And I would like to thank Namdi and Coach Tombra's 2 daughters for allowing her and sharing her with us, because it may not always be easy, but I think it's good to thank her family as well for standing with her and encouraging her as she, sets a lot of women like myself free. And lastly, and not the least, to thank Coach Tombra for allowing herself to be used by God and stepping out even when she may not have felt she was able to do so. And all the women on VGAP and all the ones behind the scenes, such as yourself, the makeup artist, Tena, and Sandra, and all the other people behind the scenes.
The VGAP experience is such that it's helped me to reflect on my life so far, helping me to do some inner work just by sitting with myself, asking the important questions, the whys, just digging deep within myself, leaning into the authentic person that God has created me to be, so that there's a clearer vision, a clearer lens to which I'm looking through life. Key among the things that have been beneficial in this experience is the mindset shift for me. It's been a lot, because social conditioning and other things of the past experiences, childhood traumas, have sort of changed my mindset, changed who God has made me to be. So this entire experience has helped me dig deep to find the me that God made me to be. I decided I was going to write a book. And that's interesting, considering that I came into the program trying to find myself, not knowing who I am, and just growing really quickly and developing from that person who was confused and lost to a person now that is inspiring people through a book. It's been an amazing journey. It's been a healing journey also for me, and it's been so empowering, because I feel empowered to empower people to overcome limiting beliefs, women specifically. That's what I did for my voyage. I'm still on it, but it's just amazing. Excellent in every single way. Excellent in presentation, excellent in the course structure, excellent. Every module is excellent. And of course, I am excellent from being part of this program. I just want to thank my coach, Tombra, because looking at the course structure and everything that this program has done for me, the transformation it has given me in such a short while, it definitely has taken work. It has taken a lot of time. It has taken a lot of energy. I just want to thank Tombra. I want to thank the entire VGAP team. I want to thank my colleagues as well for being part of this experience. It is just beautiful to be here. And I'm saying that the biggest thank you I can give is to become that which I came here to become.
VGAP has been an amazing experience in that it has changed the way I think, the way I do things. I would say it's a mind-blowing experience. Yeah, these are things that you know before, but explaining it in a way that it's practical, that you can work with it, for me, I would say it's mind-blowing. I've learned quite a lot, and my life will not remain the same right after this VGAP. Yeah. The one thing that will change my life that I've learned from VGAP is that I'm a force to be reckoned with. What I do with my life is going to affect 1,000 others. So even if I'm able to impact one person, it's going to impact so many others. So for me, that is the one thing I'm going to take from VGAP. I'm going to give out what God has given me. I'm going to give it out to someone else, even if it's just one person, but I know that that person's life will make an impact in multiple other people's lives. I would say phenomenal. It's not something I've seen in any other place. It's quite unique and different. It's an experience that you will come out of and you know that something happened to you. So it's not just that you came into VGAP and you go back the same way. So for me, it's phenomenal. And we said one word, but I can add another one. It's transformative.
I found out about VGAP through my husband. My husband is a friend of Coach Tombra, as we fondly call her. So I found out from my husband, and also I follow her on Instagram. So I also found out from Instagram. VGAP experience is an experience that is so searching, very enlightening, and it helped me to discover my purpose as to why am I here. I'm not just a human being that just dropped in the earth for no reason or no purpose or no direction. So it's helped frame up my mind and frame up basically how I approach things in general, life in general. I'll say the anchor, because there are lots of things, we juggle, with basically their life, traumas, life experiences, and so forth. So it made me basically understand that I can also use the obstacles in my life for something better, something greater. So VGAB has made me know that I'm here for a reason, and also my vision and my destiny is aligned to others around me. It might be my children, it might be friends, it might be people that have had similar experiences like me and didn't know a way out. But through my life and through what obviously I've learned from VGAP, I'm able to help them in ways that I couldn't, help myself. I set out to write a recipe book for smoothies and juices, and I was able to complete the book though challenging, but with the help of Coach T and obviously my colleagues, you know, we motivating and helping each other, I was able to complete the smoothie and juice book that I set out to achieve. I'll say resilience and being tenacious is super key. Never ever giving up. Coach T will always say you are made for more. Never stay where you are because you are made for more. So those are the things I taken out.
Wow, the retreat.
Getting here, getting to the venue alone, the atmosphere at the venue alone was calming, was settling.
Well, the retreat, I would say, is an icing on the cake of everything that VGAP is.
It's fun. I would say that for women that we haven't met each other before, it was like an instant connection.
I met so many amazing people. They're amazing mentees. They're like friends for life. I believe, yeah.
It's been refreshing as a mom, a wife, and so many things in between.
The community of ladies that you get to interact with, you hear their stories, you get inspired by them, you get motivated, pushed, to go further into your more.
Having heart-to-heart conversations and knowing that you're not just in this world by yourself.
We were vulnerable, we shared, we cried together, we loved upon each other, we hugged each other, we supported each other.
We've done makeup sessions, we've had gift packs.
All thanks to, the makeup artist and everyone who was part of it. I think you can see how my face looks. Yes, that's all part of, the self-care thing from VGAP retreats.
The gifts were personalized, so it's like, yeah, I'm grateful. Thank you, Tom, bro.
It's an amazing time meeting amazing women, and I'm so blessed to be part of this.
Oh, I must say, I must commend the work that has gone into putting this retreat together, because it's just really been amazing. Getting here, getting to the venue alone, the atmosphere at the venue alone was calming, was settling. It's also been really amazing to get to meet my fellow VGAPers in person, putting actual faces to the names of people that we had seen, in our classes. And I think that was another important thing for me from VGAP, the community of ladies that you get to interact with, you hear their stories, you get inspired by them, you get motivated, pushed, to go further into your more. So getting to meet them at the retreat was amazing. And I just really commend the team that has put this together. It's been really amazing. We had a movie night on our first day, and it was just mind blowing. And imagine that was just the first day, not to talk of the rest of it. It's just been amazing, to summarize.
Wow, the retreat. Well, the retreat, I would say, is an icing on the cake of everything that VGAP is. And it's been an awesome experience so far. 2 days with amazing women, especially the one and only Coach T, as we love to call her. God bless her. She's an amazing woman. It's such an honor to be part of her, team, or to be one of her mentees. Here at this retreat, meeting these women physically is such a beautiful experience. The fact that we learned together. The first night was a movie night where we went through a movie that was so eye-opening, a movie that taught us about resilience, about grit, a movie that taught us that age has got no limit on us when we choose to believe in ourselves. And that was an amazing time we all spent together watching, this movie and sharing what, lessons from the movie. Another aspect of the retreat is the activation session that we had with Coach Tombra. It was so liberating. We were all women together who have become sisters, on purpose, because we know where we're going. We know that we are called by God to fulfill a purpose. We're not here on earth by accident. We're here for a purpose. And we had that activation session. We were vulnerable. We shared. We cried together. We loved. We loved upon each other. We hugged each other. We supported each other. And well, we had this amazing session where we had to give ourselves some self-care. All thanks to, the makeup artist and everyone who was part of it. I think you can see how my face looks. Yes, that's all part of, the self-care thing from VGAP retreats. So yeah, so it's an amazing time meeting amazing women, and I'm so blessed to be part of this.
It's fun. I would say that for women that we haven't met each other before, it was like an instant connection. Obviously, a relationship built over time through Zoom and other, means. But meeting each other for the first time, there was an instant connection. So it's been fun. And there's been a lot of unbundling for me, which has, I feel free. I feel free. So I think that's the biggest thing I'm taking away. A very big load has been taken off my shoulders.
It was extraordinary. I'm really grateful for the retreat. I am, because I needed that time anyway. I think I needed that time for myself. And it has taught me that I need to put me yet again first. And I met so many amazing people. They're amazing mentees. And they're like friends for life, I believe, yeah. So yeah, it was really good. The gifts as well, that Tumblr decided that, yeah. Oh, that was a surprise. That was, again, like the icing on the cake. And as I did say, the gifts were personalized. So it's like, yeah, I'm grateful. Thank you, Tumblr.
It's been refreshing as a mom, a wife, and so many things in between. It's such an experience, an enlightening experience, because we've been able to I've been able to, hear my colleagues, their stories, their life journeys, and also we've been able to watch a movie now about determination and resilience. And we've also been able to pamper ourselves because the environment is so beautiful. And we've done makeup sessions, we've had gift packs, and speaking with other ladies and women, in their various fields has also been so refreshing and healing. Having heart-to-heart conversations and knowing that you're not just in this world by yourself. And no matter what you've been through, there are other people that have also, been through similar situations. So it's just so refreshing to be here. And I'm really looking forward to coming to another retreat next time, by the grace of God. Just to round it up.
I'm telling you, like